This is going to be my second like vlog type video, and I like this setting. I was looking around the house where I would sit and have this setting, and I think it's gonna be my spot. This is gonna be my spot. Okay, hi, welcome back. I'm Dr. Spiri. If you're new, hello. If you're old, hello as well. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, this is going to be the video. I'm going to be doing some vlogs, and I get a lot of questions. Sometimes I'm too busy to kind of respond to some of the questions that I get from some people here on my other socials. So I just thought I should be doing like this kind of like talk through vlog kind of thing. I have tried to do a vlog like but it's very hard. It's kind of, I feel a little shy to do to be filming myself when I'm going out on, like, if I want to do like my midday vlog. I did try to do a midday vlog, what I do in a normal day. I was just a little bit embarrassed because I felt like everybody was watching me filming. So I think I'm gonna stick to vlogs until I'm a little bit not as embarrassed or not as shy. People seeing me basically doing that. So today's video is going to be a fashion hack video of things that I use to help me in my fashion work. I am in no way a fashion guru. I would say I call myself an amateur stylist who only styles me. I am, and as me as my only client, I can say my style is not that bad. It's a little bit very official, like office like, because I spent 70, I would say 80% of the time at work, and there's only so much you can do. And I'm not one of those people who really spends the weekend hopping around in different places. Also, I don't have that many friends and many places to be, and that's honestly because I don't like moving as much. I think because as you grow older, maybe if I was younger, if I started this YouTube when I was younger, I'm pretty sure the video will still be the same. It will most likely probably be the same. I'll probably be doing exactly what I'm doing now. I think I think I'll be a lot more interesting. I have more responsibilities, more time to hang out, especially after the pandemic. I think I feel a lot more less. I used to love, honestly, I used to love going to the movies, but now even they don't interest me as much. I don't tend to go to the movies as much as I used to. Just window shopping. I used to love going to window shopping. I think it's something when you grow up and responsibilities pile up, you can't just buy everything randomly off the shelf when you see it. You have to have a budget. A budget is not fun, but a budget is necessary. Yeah, I've become boring. Let me not wind off and go where I'm going. I'm going to be talking about fashion hacks because I did have two of my friends ask me, and they're like, what do you do? Fashion hacks. I think so. I decided to do fashion hacks on things that I usually do when I wear clothes or when I'm styling me, because you're gonna need these are natural things. For me, so these are natural things. This is something that you need to make your clothes or yourself when you're putting them on a lot easier. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, so now my number one fashion hack is, if you've probably seen any of my videos on fashion, one of the things you notice is I have a fanny pack over here. This little fanny pack over here is one of the most irritating thing. One of the reasons why I'm actually even on a diet is because of the fanny pack. It makes it very hard to wear clothes. So for me, I've invested in Spanx. They are literally one of the best life-saving items you have. You cannot breathe, but you look good. Especially when you have a big stomach and love handles, which I do. I don't have bad love handles, but I have like two of them, two love handles. they don't really look nice to the dress. A majority of I don't put on my Spanx every day. I should just say this. But the way you look with Spanx on, everything is tightened to a point where you're looking round and you begin to look like a pair. I don't know what fashion experts would say, but you look more put together, you're more organized, and that's the kind of appeal of Spanx. And I think they are very, very helpful. I would not advise to put them on all the time, but if you've got that one dress and you want to look good, I take those Spanx out. I'm like, I'm not breathing, it's okay, I will not eat, but if I do take that picture, I'm going to be looking beautiful. I have those days. At least once a week I put on my Spanx. I don't do waist trainers. I've tried those. They're very painful. But if you do that, that's your thing. For me, I cannot. So I put on Spanx. So Spanx are one of my fashion hacks. It helps me hide my love handles and my stomachs, and it aligns me. Number 2, this is probably one thing that I use all the time. Safety pins. Safety pins, because I have a big bust, and when I have to put on a dress shirt, for some weird reason, I don't know, I cannot find a shirt. It's very, very, very hard for me to find a shirt for myself. Now I have, but before that, actually even now, sometimes I see a shirt, I like it, I want to buy it, I come home, so the right size, because sometimes when you buy shirts that are made in America, they will be flawless. You can buy, let's say you wear a size 8. If you put it on, you think you're a size 8, but a size 8 American is not a size 8 UK, is not a size 8 in China. They're very different. They are both 8, but they're different 8, because it's a sizing. I always say it's a sizing difference. So you have to be able to know. So I can put on for my shirts, I put on a size 20 shirt, mostly because of my bust. I'm not very wide on my hips over here. Not the hips. Oh my god. On my not. It's not just. I put on a Asian. If I'm doing Chinese shirt, 20. American shirt, 16. UK 80. I've actually been forced to learn my dynamics. So depending on where it comes from, always learn that where it comes from matters on the sizing. So when you have a dress shirt, you put it on, you will have the buttons open, which can be quite embarrassing, which is actually it leads to my third hack. But we're dealing with safety pins. Get something like those tiny small pins, and you just put it in to hide, to kind of close it. So I have a lot of pins. I've had situations where I wore pants because my hips are a lot wider and the pants must have been holding out for such a long time. I literally felt the zip go. Thank goodness. Thank goodness the zip was on the side and I had a safety pin. I literally just pinned the part. Thank goodness for a jacket as well. It was, but it could have been worse if it was in the front. I can't move around with an untucked shirt. You just look really messy. But pins, just put the pins in. Obviously go and have it sewed afterwards. But when you're in an emergency situation like I was in, when my pants split, and unfortunately it was just a zip. It's not those pants where you have like a button. So, you know, it's not, they don't fall off immediately. So I had to put a safety pin on. So just be careful how you use a safety pin. I have been stabbed by a pin which opened because my shirt was literally being squeezed like the Incredible Hulk. Shirt just says, we are too small for you. It's too small for you. But it's your favorite white shirt. And the pin just go, yeah. Which actually leads me to my third hack. My favorite. This is also one of my favorite. All my hacks are my favorite, but this is one of the top 3. That's why it's in the top 3 hack. Having an inner shirt inside. I actually don't. In fact, I rarely wear any shirts without an inner camisole inside. I have like black ones. I prefer black because it's just easier. I don't really like wearing like a shirt and I can see the camisole, but sometimes you can see it. Black, white. Based on an experience I also had where my buttons opened and I had a bra, even if it's a black bra, it can be quite embarrassing. You do not want to be moving around with your bra being seen, especially in a professional setup. So a camisole inside will protect you from that. And also, if you're not putting on, let's say, if you put on a white shirt, for me, if you notice from one of my videos, I put on mostly light colored shirts, which for most people in the professional world will be putting on light colored shirts. You put in a camisole, you could be putting on a red, pink, green bra with a black camisole in. It's not going to show even on top of a white shirt. I have two types of camisoles. I have the ones with the strings, and then I have the long sleeved camisoles, so that even if I take off my jacket, you're not seeing a green strap. Oh, that drives me crazy. I've had incidences where my long sleeved camisoles, I took it off and I could see in the mirror that it's hot. I'm putting on a bra. I'm not one of those people. I don't want people to see what I'm wearing inside. It doesn't look polite. I'm sorry. I mean, I've had situations where you go out, especially older women. She's putting on a white shirt with a white bra, and you're like, but you can't say anything because they're older. Like, who's looking at them? But it's not polite. Nobody should see your inner garments, you know. And also, maybe it's because of the professional training, clothes, you just have to kind of be put together. You look put together when we're not seeing things, you know. It's okay when you put on a t-shirt, a light t-shirt on a white shirt. It's fine because we're not getting to see your bras and everything like that. And just to revert back to my second hack, one of the things that I actually use my pins for is when you're putting on like a short sleeved dress and you're moving and I can see your bra. Not cool. What I usually do is I'll pick the bra and I'll pin it to the dress so that I am pretty much moving without my bra folding. I don't like that. It's not, I don't like it at all. It just drives me crazy. So I will pin my bra to my shirt so that it's not falling on my strap, because I do put on strapless dresses, and I tend to, if you have like a dress that sometimes will show in the inners as well, yeah, sometimes, I'm not even gonna lie, I will have like 3 or 4 pins in my armpits, because I'm one of those people who doesn't want to show my armpits either. But I'm not going to wear a strapless dress just because you don't want to see. So what I do is I'll put the pin on the dress as well, just stick it up on the dress, and so that nobody's seeing my armpits. I do shave. I cannot go with that's just unhygienic. I'm sorry if you're one of those people who really likes to keep hair. Ugh. This is Zambia. It gets hot. I'm fat. You sweat and you no. I need to shave. I shave clean, but I just don't want people seeing my armpits. I don't think it's a bit polite. So I tighten my sleeve dresses. If it's very loose, most of the time I put in a shirt inside my dress. But I don't like to wear clothes the same way. I like to switch it up a lot because it makes it more interesting. It's like styling. Yeah, I'm an amateur stylist. You see it, if they can do it, I can do it as well. So it's a good way to kind of switch up the outfit. You switched up a little bit, so it does look a lot prettier, nicer, different. Try something different. It's always good to try something very different. And okay, so we were on hack 1 was the Spanx pins in the cell, and hack number 4, I think I've talked about this more at the time. I put on a lot of white. Like you can see, I use brown powder. It's the white coat. No, it's the white hoodie I'm putting it on a normal day with a brown powder. This whole neck is brown, also looking dirty. I've had those experiences happen to me. This is a hack that was taught by one of my friends who works in the bank. They're lucky enough to always put on like scarves. So she told me, just put on a scarf. You're gonna have a white shirt. Scarves are good for that. You know, for white shirts, white colored shirts. And I have watched so many videos where they talk about setting spray this, do this, and I'm not sure, it just doesn't work for me. I have tried, it does not work for me. So I do what works, and this is one thing that works. If you put on brown powder, or you put powder as much as you want, and you do not want to have a brown color of all your powder that's going to your neck, because my face, my neck, and my body, they don't match, and you want to do matching makeup. I've done a video where I'm matching my makeup to my face, to my body, because you don't want to look like somebody placed. You're not one of the geishas, white over here. No. You want to be matching. Like your makeup is looking like almost like your skin, so that you're not looking like one of the chest pieces. You just put on a scarf so that your makeup is not transferring to your shirt. So if you go to somewhere and you've taken off your scarf, it's not there. You don't have very few smudges. I don't know, maybe I'm not using the right setting spray. I've tried every kind of setting spray. Like, I've watched so many videos about it. I've tried blotting paper, not to do, I don't know, I think blotting paper is to avoid moving your makeup when you are sweating. I'm not sure, but I've tried a lot of things. No, my makeup moves. My makeup is transferred to my clothes, and so the scarf is a perfect way to have a white shirt with brown powder on. I do know someone says I can't even hug you because I feel like you leave your face on my shirt. Yeah, he doesn't even wear white shirts when I'm around. He's afraid that the evidence will be left on his shirt. Yeah. Okay, so we're on number 4. Number 5, tights. Like you've seen in my former videos, I wear tights. I tend to have, because I am wider on my hips area, I can wear a dress, and when I pick it up, it's looking like it's on my knees. When I put it on, it's above my knees, because my hips, which I love, never gonna complain about them, I do believe they look good in clothes, will raise my skirt up. And if you do not want to it's kind of for this sake, I will also make this one something. This is one of my feet hacks. This is my number 5. Tights are good when you just kind of want to hide. They're very good when you put it on short skirts. I don't usually just put them on because I'm feeling tights there. Most of the time when I'm putting on very short skirts, I put on tights. I've never really bothered to find out why that is. Yeah, but I was just told tights are very good in short clothes. I don't know, they're a distraction because nobody's looking at your really black legs. I guess that's the reasoning behind it, but tights are really good. Those people that like looking at things they should not be looking at might be hindered in their what am I talking about? I think I'm hungry. I'm 100. I think I'm very hungry. So those are my 5 hacks that I use mostly on fashion. I didn't know if I said I was going to do 5 hacks, but these are the hacks that I usually use when I'm putting on clothes: pins, scarves, tights, my Spanx, and my inners. And by the way, I should mention this on the inner garments. I tend to enjoy wearing my maxi dresses, and when you're putting on your inner times, you don't put on the shorts. What I do is I would buy a black dress. This is something that I do. I do buy a black dress. At first, when you put on something and you don't want people to be like, you don't want to look because it's a bit see-through, and then you put on this is something that my friend actually got herself into trouble with, and she put on what you call those bike shorts inside, which if you were standing by the sun, you thought she was not putting on anything. We couldn't see her undergarments, but we just thought she was not putting on anything. So what I do is I'll get a dress, a very light dress, and I'll put it on top preferably black. I bought black dresses. I have black dresses that are lighter than that, and then I'll put them inside another dress. And I know that just looks bulky, but they are light dresses, not like a thick cotton dresses. Something very light. It's black, and it can be more of like a void, you know. Because I don't know if you can find a full sleeve. Like I have a full sleeve dress, which is very when I'm putting on like the short dresses, it's perfect for when I'm putting on short dresses, but it's not when I'm putting on maxis, because then people are just like, so I put on a very long black dress, very light black dress, so that it's as long as the dress, and the dress, it's just a uniform color. I don't know, for many people they don't mind if their legs are being seen in the dresses. For me personally, I do, because sometimes you can wear a full slip dress, but the slip dress is just above your knees, and it looks a little bit, I don't know, odd. I don't like it, so I put a black dress, a very long dress. Probably if it's a Florence dress, I put a floor length dress inside to kind of cover myself, to avoid any encounters. Depending on where you're going, I prefer to put on maxis when I'm going to church. Too many talking women, less problems, no issues, looks a lot decent, everybody is happy. I'm happy, nobody's talking about anything, and that's really good. Oh, I should actually mention number 6. I think this is number 6. This is something I actually learned. I tend to put on, well, I'm fat, so most clothes tend to be quite tight on me, on just the aspect of inner garments, especially when you know that thing, what they call it, when you see people in very, very, very tight clothes, and you can literally mark, you know, your underwear. I don't like that. I don't like that. So when I'm putting on that, I'm not the type of person who's just going to wear bike shorts and I'm out. That will make me uncomfortable. I would say seamless underwear or less. Just things without that will show where it is. I can't put on you know, a thong. I cannot. They're very uncomfortable. I have a friend who puts them on. No, for me, I cannot. I feel like everybody's going to know just how uncomfortable I am, because I think when you're putting on fashion and you're very uncomfortable, everybody knows. Everybody knows. And they start to look at what's making you uncomfortable, and you just you're trying not to avoid causing attention, but you start drawing it in the way you're behaving because you're uncomfortable. And when you're uncomfortable, you feel and look uncomfortable. But when you look good and everything is just ABCD is on point, even your confidence feels good. Like when I put on an outfit and I know I look good, I feel good. Even the way you walk, the way you carry yourself, you're very confident. You look good, you're happy, and everything is fine. So that's what it is. So when you're having issues, these hacks that I mentioned that I use personally for myself, they're there to just help you when you're feeling uncomfortable. You know, I use a pin, not all the time, even when my trousers is not torn, because of what happened to me. Most of the time when I'm putting on trousers and they're very tight, as a precaution measures, I will put a pin for the zip, because the zip sometimes will go down. Had that happen to me, and I had a guy tell me, mom, your zip is down. Now, even when I'm putting on something that's very tight, like that Beyonce song, if you don't jump when you put your jeans on, you don't understand. But for the rest of us, you have to sit down and be struggling. You know that zip is coming down. Put a pin on that zip so that it doesn't come down. Put a shirt down so you're not moving around with that. Oh my God, I just thought about it. I've had enough embarrassing encounters. Quite a lot, actually. Oh, that is so sad. But that's what hacks are there for, to help you avoid these weird encounters. When you know you're fine, your zip is not coming down, your bra is not flipping up all the places, attracting the wrong attention, everything, you know, everything is just perfect, then you're gonna have a great time, you know. you look good, you feel good, you have a great time. And I hope that you actually get something from my little hack ideas about fashion. I am no way as stylish as most people out there are. I just recently just started caring. Before, I would just wear black. I have a lot of black, but just because I have a lot of black does not mean my black has to be boring. I can make my black very interesting. Especially in the professional world, you can fall into a slump where you're just putting on the easy clothes. But we're women. I'm a woman, and I want to look good, and I want to switch it up. So I'm not dying of boredom because I'm professional and old. So start it up a few things. Sometimes all you need is just to kind of vamp up your art is a little accessories. Put that there. I have lots of black. When I wear black, I rarely put on black shoes. I'll probably carry the brightest bag or the brightest shoe, a pop of color. It's always good. It makes a rather boring outfit look good. I mean, you cannot wear, in some offices, you just can't pull off certain outfits. You have to have that boring blue, black, and gray outfits, but maybe you should carry a green bag or a yellow bag. I mean, they're not gonna chase you from work because you're carrying a yellow bag, but that yellow bag might be, that thing that makes that outfit not look like everybody else who's boring. Carry your hair, like I have long hair, short hair. It's just meant to make you enjoy. I'm not gonna lie, when I started to actually care about putting my outfits on, like every Sunday I'll sit down and I'll set my clothes up. I'll set my clothes up and say Monday to Friday I'm going to put this on. As I'm putting them together, it made me feel a lot more, how do I put it, excited. It's like dress up, you have fun. I can't wait for Friday because I'm going to put on a beautiful outfit. You're kind of waiting for that day. You're probably more excited to wear the clothes than actually going to work, but it means you're putting in more effort. And if you're in a very good mood as it is, you might actually enjoy going to the place where you're going to put that outfit. I'm not gonna lie, I do mind actually getting up. I hate Mondays, but I have that beautiful outfit that I'm going to be putting on Monday. I might actually get up, put it on, take a picture, and post it. And then the rest comes by. But I'm feeling good, and everybody else gets to feel good. But I don't like my clothes. I don't like anything. The way you're feeling about yourself can actually help how you go through the day. So I prefer to look good. Even when I'm having a really bad medical day, at least I'm having a bad day looking good. That's something that I've actually gotten into really recently. I enjoy playing dress up, and I enjoy playing dress up. And I hope you enjoy it too, because it's just a little bit of effort. You don't need to try as hard. If you're not one of those people, I know my friend always says I don't have the time. I'm just like, sometimes we'll go somewhere and she's like, oh, can I buy this? And she's going to pick that, and you're like, you have the same thing. Get the red one. She's like, oh, that's too bright. You have black, head to toe black, put on red. That might be the thing that makes that really dull, boring outfit interesting. Add something bright red, or just off the what you see. It could be it. And I hope you enjoy fashion. I've been saying goodbye, I think, for 3 minutes, so I'm actually gonna say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video and come back and watch more of my videos. See you next time.